had a lot of experience working across different layers in the organization. You may have worked with a mid-level leader who is a high potential, and therefore he's having an executive coaching opportunity. There could be leadership a team member or a leadership team itself, where you coach some of the people who are focused a lot on getting things done, the execution team. And sometimes you have the C-suite, right, where you're looking at, and they're primarily giving the vision, but they're also perhaps got board responsibilities, etc. So having worked across these different layers, do you believe that your approach shifts across these different layers when you coach? What's your experience and take there, Venkat?
Absolutely, that's a good question. In fact, when I started up coaching people at layers of the organization, which are normally managers and senior managers. And what I have realized there, when you work at that level, the frontline sales manager, etc., is primarily focused a lot about knowledge and skills, right? Do I possess all of the managerial skills that are required? It could be as simple as even communication skills. It could be as simple as collaboration skills. It could be as simple as performance discussion skills, etc. Right? So a basket of what I call the foundational skills that are required for them to be successful. And of course, the coaching would help them raise their awareness to what is truly required so that they can build a plan to go ahead and assimilate all of those skills. Right. As you go slightly higher in the organization, perhaps to the director levels in different organizations, it is all about behaviors. So what are the kinds of behaviors that you are showcasing that makes you accepted within the organization? What kinds of behaviors are you using to influence and persuade people? What kinds of behaviors are getting you the best out of teams? What kind of behaviors are influencing people, etc. Right? As you go to the top levels of the organization, we primarily focus on expectations and results. So what are those expectations of the board that are perhaps a challenge to you? What kinds of results can multiply over a period of time? So when you look at expectations and results, it is also about the politics of management. It is also about ensuring you understand the psychology of engagement. It is also about understanding the cultural differences and how to leverage them. So that's what I've observed. The knowledge and skills at the entry levels, the behaviors at the mid levels, and possibly all of the different perspectives that are related to expectations and results at the top levels. That's what I've learned.
This is really interesting, but coaching itself is all about transforming behavior. So even people at the bottom levels who are getting coached, there will also be behavior shifts within them to acquire these skills and knowledge and skills. Is my understanding right, Venkat?
Absolutely. In fact, there are 5 elements that I normally look at in coaching. Knowledge gaps, skill gaps, behavior gaps, expectation gaps, and results gaps. So this is relevant across all levels of the organization. But the fact is, where do the majority of the coaching focus on, depending upon the layer of the organization? That's how you will have to look at it. So while the backbone of coaching remains the same, addressing different gaps for help people achieve their potential, the quantum of time that you spend and the depth of the conversation that you have will differ across these different layers.
Wonderful, wonderful.